Okay.
All right. We're back with one last round of rating each character from the League of Legends roster.
Yes.
On how likely they are, in my opinion, to be in 2x KO.
That's right.
Breaking them down by region. We've only got 3 regions left.
Wow.
Only 38, I think, champions, if I counted right.
Oh my gosh.
Out of 170.
Wow.
So
Quite
many.
a long way, yeah.
I did want to make one change up here.
Oh, yeah?
The last time we updated it was pre-Evo.
Oh, that's right.
But at Evo, I guess there were a few things at the 2XKO booth and in this, let's see if this loads. This piece of art they released about their booth
okay.
that kind of maybe teased the next character that's going to be revealed.
Oh, really?
Possibly. You can kind of see over here, there's these boxes, but this one,
yeah,
that looks a lot like Blitzcrank.
It does, yeah.
And I guess they were also selling, I heard Blitzcrank hats at their merch booth.
Oh, interesting.
And they weren't really selling any other merch for characters who weren't in 2XKO.
Mm-hmm.
I was not at EVO, so I cannot confirm or deny that. But I already was kind of considering swapping Blitzcrank in because he seems to fit this slot better. I do think the game kind of could use a grappler.
Uh-huh.
They've sort of released their official terminology for the character, like the character archetypes in their recent website upgrade. And some people kind of speculated they might be counting Braum as the game's grappler because he has a command grab or a Poro hits someone in the head with a giant hammer. But I think they call him a bruiser, which probably fits him a bit better. But they have talked about having a grappler in the game. I think Blitzcrank is. So I'm going to swap Blitzcrank in for Akali.
Okay.
And I'm going to kind of just knock her down into next champion. And Set was my Ionian champion for this tier. So I'm going to knock him down a tier.
Okay. Most likely.
Yes. Here. And then I'm going to take one of the Ionian champions in this tier and drop him down into Lenius to take up Blitzcrank's spot. I was kind of leaning toward Jin because I just think the other 3 I have here were more interesting.
Yeah. A cascade.
Yep. A cascade of shit. Okay. Well, that's business. Let's get started on Freljord. One challenge with the Freljord I had to consider was how many characters with ice magic can you have in a fighting game before the government gets involved and tells you to stop? Because so many of these guys just tossing ice skulls at their enemies. So I kind of like prioritize people who maybe use ice in an interesting way or get non-ice related powers so they can like diversify that a bit. But we're going to start off with someone very icy and also someone who's a giant bird.
All right. Anivia. I'm familiar with them.
Yeah. I played a lot of Anivia back when I first started playing League of Legends. She was like my main mid lane champion. It was her or Annie. So I do have fond memories of, frostbiting people or trapping them with the wall or screwing my allies by placing the wall in the wrong place.
It was made before Overwatch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. The big issue with Anivia, she's a big bird.
Yeah, that's going to make a weird hitbox.
Yeah. She's flying all the time. And while flight is fun, I think like it'd be a little awkward to see her kind of just flapping around all the time. Like it'd be odd to have like people trip her and then she just falls out of the air. And I also think like if you were gonna have like a constantly flying champion, even then like her moveset isn't super interesting. It's just like a variety of ice projectiles mostly. And her like unique passive is another like come back from death mechanic. And I don't think the game really needs things to extend its round time.
I hear the matches are already a little too long.
I guess it's changed a bit for the better in the builds that was at Evo. Hopefully they tuned down some of the defensive tools. But we'll have to see when the beta gets started. But she's my longest odds for for Freljord. Just difficult to implement, and she doesn't seem super interesting mechanically.
That makes sense.
Yeah. But next up, we've got like the main Freljord character.
Yeah.
A character who's like, I think, just as old as Anivia, maybe older.
I think
they were both like maybe starting roster.
Yeah, I think when I first started playing very early on, I think Ash was like the tutorial character.
Yeah, I think you're right. But yes, Ash, and to this day, still very popular. I think like definitely the game's most iconic archer. Like there's also Varus for like a bow and arrow character, but I think Ash still like gets played a ton at all levels of the game. Still shows up in pro play from time to time. Also, tons of skins, of course. I don't know if she has Star Guardians yet, but I assume she has something that would sell. Maybe Fey Dragon Ash.
Oh my.
Okay. But yeah, just in terms of popularity, I think like Ash has a great shot. I think her kit's a little simplistic, and a lot of the things that are in it, she has a lot of like long range, like with her arrow, she can fire it across the map. She has tools to like give herself vision in bushes and across walls. That's not something that would go into a fighting game kit, really. I mean, she can have like a long distance arrow. It just wouldn't be like a super cool ultimate type thing.
Yeah.
But there's I think there's room to like expand on her. Like there's a lot of archers you can look at in fighting games, and
the only archer character I'm really familiar with in fighting games is like Kung Jin.
Yeah, and he even had an ice arrow in MK.
Oh, interesting.
If they'd made that third season of MK1 DLC, maybe we could have seen where they'd taken his moveset, but not to be. There's an archer in Grand Blue Fantasy. I don't know a ton other than that. I think we could. Oh, there's Green Arrow, of course.
That's right. I forgot about Green Arrow.
Yeah. I don't think he has ice arrows, but he might. Actually, I don't.
Who knows?
Now.
He's like dry ice or something.
I know he has like the boxing glove arrow, and I think they put that in one of the Injustice games.
That's good.
But yeah, I think you can. I think she's probably popular enough that she like makes the cut eventually. She might not be the most interesting, but I have a hard time like seeing her miss the game entirely. So she's up in most likely, and she was almost next one in, but I ended up like choosing someone I like more, who I think has some more interesting moves. We'll get to them.
Okay.
But first off,
is Braum also a Freljord character?
Braum is Freljord, yeah.
So we do have that represented in the roster already.
Yeah, some representation already. What a mustache. I love the fact that they gave him a ton of like Poro-based attacks, and
that's good.
Okay, that's a lot of fun. I would never have thought to do something like that. Right, those right guys.
Definitely creative.
All right, from one of the oldest champions to one that's fairly new.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with her.
This is Aurora.
Okay.
She just came out last year, I think, like midway through last year. She's a bunny lady.
Oh, okay.
She's a bunny witch that summons magical frosty nature spirits. I don't know how frosty they are, but they're blue and white. And she's Freljordian, so it feels, it suits the region at least.
It looks like she's a mid laner.
Yeah, I think she's mostly a mid laner, but people play her as like a ranged top laner occasionally.
Oh, okay, interesting. Ranged top laner.
Yeah, sometimes Kennen gets played up there.
That's true.
Gnar shows up there, but he also like can move into beef form. Yeah, I don't really know enough about like what matchups you want to range top laner for, like when you want to forego that kind of tankiness top laner usually provides. But I know I've seen it a couple times. I think she's got a pretty strong case. She's a bunny girl, which I think is going to be popular among some audiences. I think like her like use of all those spirits in her attacks are very kind of like Princess Mononoke-esque.
Oh yeah,
kind of. I think that's a real unique visual identity.
Yeah, definitely.
She does have one thing, not a lot, but a few other champions have that I don't think is great to execute. You know, she has one of these ultimates where you just like isolate.
Oh yeah, that is like a classic thing they seem to really tap into a lot.
Yeah, just the sort of isolation-based attacks. And I don't think this is like a super interesting thing to put in a fighting game because like you're already locked in a small space fighting against a dude. Yeah. This would just be like turn off the assist mechanic for a few seconds. I don't think that's a super interesting thing to play with, but I guess they could. Hers is interesting because she can like walk into the edge of it and teleport to the other side, and that's I can see like that working. It's like you don't focus on like the isolation aspect, you focus on her ability to like quickly get all around the battlefield. Just, you know, cross up your opponent, that sort of thing. I like her odds. She's very new. I think she has one skin so far. I think she might be getting a new one soon, but I don't.
So she's very new.
She's very new. Yeah, she just came out last year.
She only has 2 skins.
But yeah, I don't think she'd make the roster right away. But I think like maybe if the game's still getting new characters in a few years, she might get a shot then. So I'd have her up in Lenius.
What's her name again?
Aurora.
Okay, yeah, that name makes sense for a Freljord character,
especially sort of like a spiritual.
Yeah,
I think it suits her. Okay, getting back to Yordle country, we've got Gnar.
Ah, yes, Gnar.
I forget he's from Freljord.
I did not know. Yeah.
Yordles all over the world.
Yes, Yordles are so worldly.
Gnar pros. I like his concept. I think it's fun. You got a small guy.
Yeah.
Turns into a big guy. I think, you know, the big monster would be, you know, easy to implement for like Yordle stuff, and I don't think his small form is that bad. He's got like big ears, and he's got kind of the bony hat that he needs to kind of poke his hitbox up. Other than that, though, I think like Gnar stuff is a bit like simplistic. I think a lot of the other like form change characters are a bit more interesting. I think like Gnar's big unique gimmick is that he like can't really control when he transforms. Is a little harder to implement than like Nidalee or Jace or the other form switching characters. I mean, you can control it, but you have to be like really careful about how you build up the resource. It's not just a switch you can flip. So I haven't done in least likely just because I think he's a little difficult. I think the other form switchers and other Yordles are more likely. I think there's like you don't want too many of those styles of characters in, but he's a little cutie. It might be fun to see. Okay. Gragas is next. This is one he's kind of similar to, if you remember back months ago when I was talking about Janna, I kind of thought she was kind of boring, but then I kind of thought about all the mechanical stuff you could do with wind power and stuff. I went through kind of a similar thing with Gragas because he's just like a champion that I don't think about too much. Like he's pretty old, he's kind of dated, but like I was thinking like how would I put Gragas in a fighting game? My first thought was like obviously like he's this game's E-Honda. Yeah. Like he wants to get in, bully you with his belly, with he's got a big body slam. Yeah. You could do like the slap since he's got a free hand or some kind of melee attack. You do a big butt stomp, that would look great for him. But then like you could also do like since he's a brewmaster, you could bring in like Drunken Master. Yeah. Like Jamie in Street Fighter 6, Bo Raicho in the Mortal Kombat games.
Oh yeah, Bo Raicho.
Also like I think you could do some interesting stuff with his barrels to like knock people around, knock them toward you, knock them away from you. So like I think he's got a lot of like there's a lot of mechanical stuff to work with for him, and I think he could actually be a pretty fun character to play. He also like I get kind of gold Lewis Dickinson from because he's a big guy with a huge thing he can smack people with. I think that presence. Would be pretty fun. So I went from being kind of a lean no on Gragas. I talked myself up into a lean yes. Okay. He's not super popular, so I'm not like super high on his chances, but I do think there's some room there to make a fun character. And he does like still show up in pro play from time to time. Not as much as he used to, but a bit. And I don't really know how popular it is in the regular games. They're not giving him. Actually, did they give him a pool party skin? I think they might have.
Yeah, Jeff has doubts as to his popularity, it seems like.
I mean, I assume anyone who's not, a sexy lady has some popularity, but look at that.
Oh my.
Space Groove Grace. But yeah, I don't. I think like champions like this old also, if they're not like super simple, like Gragas is like pretty tough to play, is my understanding. Like they like kind of have a drop off.
Yeah.
Okay. Up next, another one of the... We've talked about one of the big, like, Freljordian queens or princesses in Ash. Here's number 2. I don't know their exact lore, but I think they have, like, the region divided between them.
Oh, okay.
It's Lysandra.
Okay.
More ice power.
Mm-hmm.
She's... I don't think there's anything super problematic about putting her in the game. She has, like, one, like, thing I love... where like after she kills someone they become like a frozen zombie sort of thing. I think this would be like cool in Tuxedo if like she got the kill on like your point character. There was like a frozen like statue version of them around that she could, like detonate to do damage to you. That might be fun.
That'd be neat. Kind of, an interesting mix on like Sub-Zero's ice clone in a way.
Yeah, she gets to use your buddy that she just killed against you. But that's a cool thing. Other than that, she's got like, it's just chucking ice at people. She's the Freljordian issue. I think there's nothing like I would like think like there's no way they can put her in the game. She would probably work pretty fine, but she's very like generic magey beyond the cool ice revenant thing. She's not like super popular.
Yeah, I often get her mixed up with like the other dark sorceress characters in the game.
Yeah, and there's plenty of those. Syndra, Morgana.
Yeah.
All of them.
LeBlanc, I guess.
LeBlanc, yeah. But yeah, so I have her a lean now. All right, next up. I don't know if I've mentioned one of the characters who I think has had the biggest glow ups in terms of like character revamps. It's Nunu and Willump.
It's not Nunu the Yeti rider?
No, it's Nunu and Willump, the boy and his Yeti.
Oh, the Yeti has a name now.
Yes. He had a name before, but he didn't get to be in like the character name.
Oh, okay. I did not know that it had always had a name.
Yes, and now he doesn't look like a weird man.
That's right. That's right. It was just like an abominable snowman.
Yeah, he doesn't look like Urban Yeti.
Urban Yeti.
Yes. He looks like a cute bearish guy with antlers.
It kind of reminds me of Appa from Avatar.
I could definitely see that. Yeah, he's still kind of bipedal.
Yeah,
but he's still. Yeah, I think you're right. He has some Appa energy. They've definitely made him cute.
Mm-hmm.
They've spruced up a lot of his abilities. A lot of them are very similar. Willem still likes to eat people, mostly monsters. This is their big new ability, and I love this.
Oh,
they like make this snowball, and then Willem like rolls it, and it keeps getting bigger. And bigger.
That's cool.
Yeah, Nunu throws snowballs at people, and the ult is still pretty similar.
I remember, this is really relevant, but I remember like one of the first times I ever played Annie and just getting completely fucking bullied by Nunu.
Oh, yeah.
It's just destroyed. They like had complete confidence to just get right up on me and engage me whenever they saw me. It was very funny.
Yeah, I think I'm really high on the Nunu and Willump chains. I think this would be a real fun character. They're kind of similar to like Farah and Tor.
Yes, that's exactly what I thought of was Farah.
You got
Tor.
The big brawler for punching and picking up and throwing and biting, and you got the kid on the back for chucking snowballs and maybe for like giving buffs to the Yeti, something like that. I think this would be a really cool ability to implement, like create a snowball on the stage, but then like you have to like move it around to like increase the damage, maybe the hit stun or knockback or something. Fun little game to play with.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
And I just think like Nunu's become a lot more popular. He's kind of like sort of the main Freljord character almost now.
Oh, okay.
He had a whole game to himself.
Oh, really?
They had a game to themselves. There's a Nunu game on Steam. I
Nice.
forget what it's called. I think it's like the Song of Nunu or something.
What kind of game is it?
I don't know.
Okay.
It was like when like Riot was still making those like spin-off games. Like Silas got one. There's
Yeah, I know of the Silas game, yeah.
There's the Ruined King, which I think is a tactical RPG about like the Shadow Isles and Bilgewater.
Okay. Okay, well, I guess it's a platformer.
Okay, that makes sense.
Developed by Tequila Works.
Oh, really? I forgot that was them. Rip Tequila Works. They're no longer in business, is my understanding.
What else had they done?
They did the Sexy Brutale.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That was good. They did a game called Rhyme, which I heard was pretty good. Unfortunately, like one of their big titles after that was a Stadia exclusive.
Oh, God.
And that eventually got ported to other systems, but I think like the company was already doing.
Might have been too
badly
late.
by the time the port
That's too
happened.
bad.
And I don't know if they had anything else to really save them. I believe they are out of business now.
That's
The
unfortunate.
game industry is a bad time. But yes, back to Nunu and Willem. They're my number one. I
Nice.
really want to see
Yeah.
the game. I think they're very unique. The sort of dual character aspect. I think that'd be a great
addition, yeah.
All right. Next, let's go. We've talked about a few Pentakill members.
Yes.
Let's talk about.
I think this is their drummer.
I think
guess
that's
that makes
right.
sense because he's got the dual wielding thing going on.
Olaf. One thing I think like I give points to Olaf for, and I don't give him a ton of points, but I was trying to find like other Viking characters in fighting games, and there's like almost none.
Really?
I was, like shocked.
Wow. Yeah, that is shocking.
I think like someone somewhere. I feel like that should have been like a Soul Calibur thing.
Yeah.
They should have a Viking, or maybe like Samurai Showdown has some weird like foreign characters. And
Oh, okay.
one. The only one I could find was there's this old like pretty bad fighting game called World Heroes, where they like grabbed actual people from history to be the playable cast, and Eric the Red is one of the characters.
Okay.
That's like the one fighting game Viking I was able to track down.
Interesting.
And he looks awful. And that game's supposed to be pretty bad, so I don't know if we really want to count
Where's
it.
all the Vikings in
Yeah.
fighting games?
So,
That's
yeah.
a strange mystery.
So my strongest pro for Olaf is like we should have a Viking in a good fighting game. Other than that, I think Olaf's just got like a really dated, pretty simple kit.
Yeah.
He throws axes, and then a lot of his other stuff is just becoming tanky or more axe hits. We already have one character who's very axe focused.
Yeah, Darius. Yeah.
And doing a bit more. Olaf does dual wield, which helps. Like you could definitely, I would think, like you'd have to like amp up a lot of his Viking stuff. I think maybe give him like some lightning powers to like get some Thor in there.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit more ice, but I think you'd still want him to be like mostly a melee character.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's just kind of an older guy who's not super popular these days. So I have him in least likely, but I still would like to see like
We need more
Viking
Vikings.
representation.
Yeah.
If they could find a way to like maybe spruce up his design a bit, maybe give him some new stuff.
I'm surprised we don't have a Viking in like Mortal Kombat
Yeah.
or Killer Instinct or something.
Yeah, Killer Instinct like came close. They have a character named Tusk, who's sort of like a barbarian who has kind of some like you could say Viking energy almost. But he's a bit too Conan-y.
Yeah.
At least in like the original Killer Instinct. He looks a bit more Viking-ish in like the newer game. Let's see if I can like here's like Tusk from the 90s.
Oh, okay.
And like this is like Tusk from like the recent games.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah, I really do like that Killer Instinct game too. One of my favorite fighting games.
Oh, nice.
Really unique stuff in that one. But yes. All right, up next, character I would love to see in the game, but I think it'd be tricky to implement. Ornn.
Oh, yeah.
Ornn.
Ornn's neat.
Yes.
Very interesting design.
Yeah, really interesting. Like the thing I have with Ornn is like I feel like the like the coolest thing for his kid is like he can make like items for his teammates to use.
Yeah.
And power up, and like if you want like Ornn into Xterra, I really want you to find a way for him to do something like that.
Yeah, like make weapons for the rest of your team.
Yeah, I think that would be great. I just don't really know how they do it.
Yeah, it would definitely be a design challenge.
Yeah, so that's why I like Ornn. I think is very challenging. But he also, other than that, he has a lot of cool stuff. His ultimate, of course, is very cool. And then he's got a lot of firepower. He's got a charge. I do give points to being a Freljordian character who has fire instead of ice.
Yeah.
That is very helpful. But yeah, I have him down on least likely, just because like until like Riot shows me they're getting like really out there and creative, like ability design.
Yeah,
I don't think they'll attempt going toward an Ornn, but once if they do start showing some really unique characters, I would definitely knock Ornn up the list a few slots because I think he'd be very cool.
Yeah, because if they did use Ornn, they would have to do something complex and interesting with him.
Yeah,
just because the roster's so big that if you needed a more simple character design, there's so many better choices.
Yeah, if you just wanted someone to like hit hard and like breathe fire on people, there's like other options.
Yeah.
If you want Ornn in the game, you want to do cool Forge Master stuff.
Yeah.
All right, the last Ice Queen, Sejuani.
Sejuani, yeah.
Sejuani, I've talked about mounted characters having troubles before. Although since then, I've been doing a project where I try to like figure out how some of the League of Legends characters could be playable in the fighting games, and I have seen some characters who ride mounts in other fighting games, but it is one other fighting game. And it is the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure fighting game.
Hell yeah!
So there's precedent, but it's strange precedent. So yeah, of all the mounted characters, though, I think like Sejuani has like the strongest odds, just because like girl riding the hog is I think very iconic for League of Legends. She was like real popular back in the day, and she showed up in Pro Play, but I don't think she's as popular these days. She did show up like somewhat regular during MSI. I remember seeing her a few times. I think like a character with a flail, you don't see that too often. I think that's a pretty unique weapon.
Yeah.
She has some ice powers, but I think like the flail gives her unique enough stuff, especially with the mount as well, that you could probably find some stuff to do with her. You could also have her like demount maybe and just like call in. I think his name is. What was it? Bristle. Okay, Bristle.
Oh, okay. So I didn't know that also had a
I thought
name.
it was like something else. I must have been thinking of some other like mount, maybe something from Dota or something. But yes, like for special accounts. But I think like if you're getting Sejuani in the game, you want like her to be on the pig as much as possible.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have her in lean no mostly just because I think mounts are tricky to implement, and once again, I'm still in a prove me state with Riot in regards to getting unique characters in the game.
Yeah. They definitely need to and probably want to and intend to just get the game out there and kind of get a proof of concept before they start experimenting.
Hit like the big archetypes that are in most fighting games before you start getting into the weirdos. But yeah, I think Sej, once they do start hitting the weirder champion Sej, it may be more interesting. All right, we kind of talked about like simple champions hitting people with stuff earlier. So let's talk about one of those. Trundle. Trundle, not super popular, but just a constant pro play presence. Shows up all the time. I think also like a fairly decent rework. His rework's pretty old by this point, but I still remember the super ugly version of Trundle from back in the day. I also think like compared to the other like hit with big weapon characters, he has some room for interesting stuff, mostly from like his ability to summon like structures like this, use them as obstacles, or maybe like bash them into people with his big bat. I also like the idea of maybe like using this to create like kind of icy terrain.
Yeah.
Then maybe he can bat people and have them slide across it.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Into ice stalactites.
Mm-hmm.
I think that might be fun. His ultimate isn't really anything super interesting. He like just steals buffs. I don't know if I'd probably find him something else to do for an ultimate special move.
Yeah.
In a fighting game.
Like the big thing in his lore is like he's like the best troll at like regenerating. I'm not sure how you would incorporate that.
Yeah, that is. You don't want to,
because you don't really want too much healing.
Yeah, that's going to come up with a few characters like down the line. I kind of lean. I'm at lean yes with Trundle just because he shows up a bunch. I think he's like not super complicated to implement, but I think there's just enough like interesting stuff you can do with his like ice creation and his like smashing around mechanics to play with. Like not like super strong, but there's nothing like really against him. I think he'd work fairly well in the fighting game. Next, another big weapon guy. I'm talking about like, I guess it's not really healing, but refusing to die.
Oh yeah,
Tryndamere. Another big blade weapon. I guess sword though instead of axe. We did talk about Garen a bit. Tryndamere is I think a bit more interesting than Garen, although he also has like a just a spin.
Yes. Basically feels like a Warcraft 3 Blade Master.
Yeah, very much. Yeah, and his whole thing is that like he has an ultimate where he just like refuses to die, which I think you could, if I was going to do this, I think I'd just have it be something that like activated upon his death, or like he just stays alive for a bit, and maybe if he gets a kill, he regenerates some health. But even then, I'm not sure about. I don't love the stay alive ultimates for fighting game characters, especially in this fighting game, which people need to die faster.
Yeah.
And other than that, I think like his shout, his fury stuff just doesn't interest me a whole lot. He's also, he's pretty old. I don't love a lot of the like older champions for Toxico unless they get like a refresh or like a visual update, or if they still get played a bunch like Ashe and Annie. I think those two and others like them don't need too much. So Tryndamere I have is one of my lean nose. Like not impossible, but like not like making a strong case to me.
Yeah. It just says League's first try at a melee carry.
Really? Oh yeah, that makes sense now that I think about it. Because like they've tried that like melee ADC role a few times. I know they had Mordekaiser down there for a while.
Oh, okay.
Neela recently. There was like an extremely cursed period of pro play where like the dominant bot lane was Yuumi and Garen.
Oh gosh,
which
I remember that. Yeah,
people just hate it.
Yeah.
But let's put those dark times behind us and talk about this buff guy who doesn't wear a shirt.
Ooh dear.
Ooh dear. Yeah, I don't think he was from Freljord originally. I think he might have gotten moved there when they did a big visual update and also updated his lore.
I was about to say I didn't recognize this guy, but I think I remember him. It must be like a visual rework or something.
He's one of those. Yeah, he was like one of the like. I don't think he was an original champion, but he was in there very early in the game. His whole thing is that like he has like 4 different animal-based stances instead of having like standard abilities and an ultimate. So like when he swaps into a stance, like it sort of executes an ability and then it changes like his basic attacks.
Oh, okay.
So like, and when they moved him to Freljord and gave him the visual update, they made it based on the Freljordian gods. So like this is sort of an Anivia stance. This is kind of a Volibear stance. So like an orange stance. I'm not sure what this one is.
Iron Mantle.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe there's like a Freljordian god they haven't implemented yet that will fill that slot. But yeah, Udyr is a character who I think was like kind of boring to play in League of Legends, but who I would think would make like an extremely cool fighting game character with like all of this stance switching.
Yeah.
Like, you know, whenever you switch a stance, you get like a special ability. So like if you need access to that tool, you can switch into the stance, but maybe then you have to change up your gameplay based on your new stance. And like he's also just like very fighting game coded. He just he just punches people.
Yes.
He's got the fist wraps.
He's just a big dude that punches.
Big muscle punch man with cool animal powers.
He's got a lot big dad bod energy there.
Yeah, extremely. Let's see. Oh yeah, he even has this is one of his skins from back in the day. Yeah.
Got a gi.
Yep. But yeah, I'm a big proponent. I never really enjoyed playing Udyr in League of Legends, but I would absolutely play Udyr in Tuxcane.
Yeah, he seems fun.
He's one of my most likely
Freljordians.
And we're gonna close off Freljord with one more most likely. I think you could describe Udyr as like a bear. He's big and muscly, hairy. But you know who else you could describe
one of my favorite characters in the game.
It's this fucking guy.
There he is.
Look at this.
Volibear.
Yeah. Volibear. I don't think I need to really describe like why Volibear like would make a great fighting game character. He gives like big beast energy once again, but he also has lightning powers, so there's like ways you can really expand his moveset. When they did a rework of them, they took away his like fling behind him ability.
Oh, really?
Because, like,
okay.
It was one of those things where his ultimate was so powerful they had to like take power out of the rest of his kit. So like they kind of changed it to like this big like jump and stomp up.
Okay.
And like move some power into the rest of his abilities. But he does get played quite a bit more now. He shows up in pro play sometimes from time to time. He's not really meta right now, but he has been in the past. But yeah, I think like of the Freljordian god characters, like easily the most likely, easily the most straightforward to implement. Also, just the furries would come out for Volibear.
Speaking of which,
do you want me to show you the newest Volibear skin?
Yes.
Here he is.
Yes.
Here he is, team.
Because the lo-fi music we're listening to are themed off of these new skins.
Yeah, the Spirit Blossom Springs, hot springs, and they gave one to this guy. Look at him, just chilling. Yes. But yeah, I'm highly on Team Volibear. He was my number one for a bit, but I ended up going with Nunu. Just I thought Nunu looked really unique.
Yeah, I think Nunu is practically perfect.
Yeah. So yeah, but Volibear, yes. All right, that'll wrap up Freljord.
All right.
One more region, and then we do the Runeterra champions who don't have a region.
Okay.
With their own set. But Targon, I felt like Targon's a good one to close out because you've got like a bunch of like actual god characters. So our power levels are almost at maximum.
Yeah.
But first off, I don't think this guy is a god, but he's weird.
Okay.
This is Aphelios. I don't know how much you know about Aphelios.
Not a lot.
Around when last time you played. Yeah. Extremely unique champion. His whole thing is he doesn't really have like a set of abilities.
Oh.
Instead, he has 5 different ranged weapons, and the rest of his kit is eventually like him like swapping and switching between all the different weapons. And once he runs out of ammo for one weapon, he throws it away. Then his like sister sort of astral projects to him and like brings him a new weapon. So he has like these 5 weapons he has to learn about. He always has to think like what weapons up next in the cycle, figure out like where he wants to be, what he can do with the ones he has. I've heard like one of the most difficult characters to play in the game.
I'll bet.
But I think like really interesting design. I think like once again, kind of similar to Udyr, like the character like kit like this wide, so many different like weapons to work with and like to swap between. I think there's a lot of interesting stuff you can do with. He's so complex. I don't think like he's not a character I'd see in like year 1 or year 2 of 2x KO. But if like it lasts to like year 4 or 5, I think his odds go up, and then so I have him up in most likely because I think he's super unique.
Yeah,
got a lot of interesting mechanics, and a lot of those weapons just look really good. Also,
he's also got one. Oh, is that his sister back there?
Okay. Spectral sister. I don't know her name. I'm sure it's somewhere on this page.
Yeah.
Aloon.
Okay.
All right.
So he's like a hitman then?
Yes, I think like Targon, I guess, sends him out to take out. I don't know. I'm confused on the state of Targon.
Okay, that's all right.
It doesn't get a lot of attention, and what attention it has got that I know about is Pantheon focused.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I don't know what Aphelios is up to these days. Let's talk about this guy.
Oh, Aurelian Soul, really unique.
Yeah.
Champion design.
Yes. He also got, like, he used to be, like, super complex and not widely played. They did kind of, like, rework him a bit to make him a bit easier. Like, his thing back in the day was, like, he had those stars orbiting him that he used for most of his damage. And they've replaced that with just, like, Star Breath.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He does have, like, falling stars for his ultimate now. Though I think it might be fun to, like, maybe bring back the orbiting stars.
Yeah.
The fighting game mechanic. This is very showy. It's fun, but it is one of those like I am attacking the entire map abilities.
Yeah.
Aurelian Soul. I've seen a lot of people saying like, man, it would be cool if they could like put Aurelian Soul in the game, but like he's tricky.
Yeah.
Once again, a character that's like basically flying all the time,
and apparently too tricky even for Riot in its original form.
Yeah, they've struggled for making him fun to play. I have him as my longest shot for Targon just because like the rest of these characters are just people who use weapons normally.
Yeah, they're humanoids.
Space dragon.
Yeah, it's the same issue as Anivia.
Yeah, but I think like compared to Anivia, like it would be pretty cool. If
it would be awesome.
To get him into the game.
Yeah, I just the word space dragging together evoke enough intrigue.
Yeah. Also, like another one of those characters who could maybe be like a final boss because I think he, like maybe wants to blow up Runeterra for reasons. I think like maybe because he was imprisoned here or something. Yeah. Let's talk about a normal character now. Diana. Diana is sort of like their version of Artemis, like a moon goddess.
Oh, okay.
A huntress. She's got this cool bladed weapon. I think you could do some fun visual stuff with all her moon powers. Like I love this crescent attack she does.
Oh, that's neat.
That looks cool. Casting moonlight on people. She doesn't have a lot of like that's super like unique even in League of Legends, like orbs that circle her. She's got a dash. She's got like this pull in sort of thing, which is similar to other champions. I think like it's stuff that like all of this would work fine in a fighting game, but none of it's super unique. But she's got like a good look and a cool weapon, so she's one of my lean yeses. I basically like picked her and like the champion she always gets paired with in lore for my lean yes category here, because it's one of those things where like with Morgana and Kale or with like Xayah and Rakan, it feels like two characters you kind of want in the game together. But with Diana and the champion we'll talk about next, I think like they're unique enough on their own where I think it would work fine. So we'll talk about that other champion now. Leona.
Oh, Leona,
okay. Goddess. So I guess like if Diana's Artemis, this would be our Apollo.
Yeah.
Got lots of sun powers. Also like if they want like someone with a classic knight look in the game.
Yeah.
Like she's maybe like the most knight coded character.
Yeah.
Big shield, sword, armor. She really needs new splash art though. I think
this is her original splash art. And I remember when she was brand new.
They should probably update this. She's got a pool party skin that definitely helps a bit. I think she's got more like going on mechanically than Diana. That's neat. I like
real quick. You said she has a pool party skin.
Yes.
Is her shield like those little like floating things? I guess it's like a surfboard.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be like one of those like lifeguard things that they
that
float
would be
on.
good.
But
Yeah.
I guess this makes sense too.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Crab. What's going on there?
I don't know what's going on with those crabs. Anyway, sorry to interrupt.
Oh no. But yeah. I think Leona's good. I like her a bit more than Diana in terms of implementation, though I think like Diana's like visuals are a bit cooler. I think Leona's a bit more mechanically interesting. But I kind of pair them together both in lean-yes. All right.
Seems like a good spot for him.
Yes. All right, so we've had moon, we've had sun, but there's one thing the ancient Greeks loved more than the moon and the sun, and that's war.
Oh, gosh.
I don't know if you've seen the new Pantheon.
No. Jeff said something briefly about him.
Did you just say Mantheon?
No.
Because people have been saying Mantheon a lot since this happened.
He said space parasite, but...
Yeah, it's sort of like where they've kind of taken the god lore
okay.
League of Legends, but also between like Pantheon and Set and some of the other recent male champions, there's just someone who likes to draw this sort of thing.
Oh, yeah.
This kind of chest energy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess if Jeff's in chat, he can maybe help me out with some of the lore, but my understanding is like the way like gods kind of work in Targon is like there's like these super powerful like space entities who like essentially like possess and like take over human hosts.
Oh, okay.
And that happened to Pantheon's mortal form with like the aspect of war, but at one point like Pantheon was in battle, I think with one of the Darkin, maybe Aatrox, and suffered a fatal blow that killed the god that was inside him.
Oh.
But not him.
Interesting.
So now he's sort of rebelling against all the gods of Targon.
Oh, fun. It's like God of War then.
Yeah, it is extremely
He's
God
Kratos.
of War. He's Kratos, but he's also Leonidas.
Okay.
So yeah.
Both Spartans.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he's my number one Targon. I think like
he definitely seems like the most popular.
Yeah, very popular, like a huge issue in pro play currently, he's been one of the strongest junglers for almost the entire year. He's got lots of cool stuff. They made his like big jump a lot cooler to look at.
That's fun.
He's got spear toss, shield toss. He's got raise the shield and keep stabbing with spears. And you like know if they put him in the fighting game, he's doing the fucking kick from 300.
Oh yeah, definitely. Kick him
Absolutely. In. I think like Pantheon, he's been like a big deal since they reworked him. He's one of their most successful reworks.
Nice. This is Targon.
This is Targon. Gets cool skins.
Oh yeah. You can see his mouth there.
Yeah. He doesn't have the helmet and all of them. They're letting people show
he's got a beard there.
Pretty face.
Yeah.
But if they do put him in, this is the skin I want. Look at that. He's just baking a pie.
Oh, look at that.
But yeah, Pantheon number one.
Cool, yeah. It obviously like a moveset that could just plug right into a fighting game.
Easy to work
with.
Like, we already have like one shield guy, but I think like what Pantheon does with his is different enough that he and Braum don't have a ton of overlap.
Mm-hmm.
Although I think like if you have Braum and Pantheon and Leona, maybe then you're getting a little heavy on shield users, but I'm sure they can make it work. All right, who's next? Yes. One of those champions I had to play whenever I got support until I found more fun people to play. It's Soraka.
Oh, Soraka, yeah.
She does look better than she did back in the day. She used to have some real terrible...
Oh, yeah, she did get a new art. Yeah.
New model.
I remember her being kind of like the starter support.
Yeah, lots of healing.
Yeah.
I think she also had a silence back then. I don't think she... Oh, yeah, she still does. Equinox. and then like just the global heal. Like that's the Soraka issue. Most of her kit is built around healing and supporting, and even like the silence I don't love. Like shutting down someone's special moves for too much. And she's also like, she's definitely like the champion you play until you learn enough about the game to play someone better and more complex. And I don't think she has a super interesting kit for fighting games. So
the fact that it's mostly healing is a big problem.
Yeah, you got to find stuff for her to do that's not healing. But if you're gonna come up with new stuff, like maybe come up with new stuff for a character that gets played more.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about another support champion. One that also got a pretty good rework. It's Tarek.
I was wondering when we'd get to Tarek.
Once again. Yeah, I think he used to be Demacian, but he's Targon now?
Yeah, I
don't know when he got moved.
See, I think just the way his visual design just always made me assume Demacia.
Yeah,
the big shoulder pads and the pecs.
Yeah, and he was also very blue back in the day.
That's true.
He's a lot more like kind of amethysty now.
Yeah,
he's definitely more Fabio coded as well.
Yes,
which helps. Also, I think he's got some cool stuff like for like a tag team game. Like his like unique thing is that they show it off here. I don't know, maybe they took it out. Oh, okay, here it is. Like he can cast this like ability on his allies, and then when he uses his other skills, they also get cast off the ally.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, and I think you could probably find some way to do something like that in like, you know, a 2-character tag game. Like,
you cast that and then tag in.
Yeah. Like maybe when like you're using him just as like an assist, the move cues off the point character instead of the assist character. Interesting enough, he does have a lot of like shielding and invulnerability, which isn't super fighting game-ish, but I think like compared to someone like Soraka, I think his odds are better. They're still like not great. I still like lean more toward the champions who hit people with weapons and try to kill them instead of the more helpful ones, but I don't think Tarek is impossible.
Yeah.
But yeah, so lean no for Tarek. One more weird godlike character. The weirdest, maybe.
Oh, Zoe.
Zoe. She's the god of like mischief, imagination, and change. Okay. Oh, I guess she's the messenger, so she's also kind of like their Hermes or Mercury or whichever one is Greek. I think like a lot of her moveset kind of works. Like I love this jump. Peacock from Skullgirls has a move like this. This would be a fun teleport fighting game. I think like the star also, like it kind of bounces around. She can
that's cool. Some interesting skill shots.
Yeah, that could be a fun projectile, but maybe not super interesting when you're not in like the sort of 3D space here.
Yeah.
You couldn't do anything with this weird ability where she can get like bonus summoner skills, which I know has been like a big problem for her. She was like ridiculously overpowered when she first launched because like she can just like get free teleports and flashes all the time.
Oh, okay.
So that was an issue.
Yeah, I could see that being a problem.
But yeah. Zoe's kind of similar to Tarek. I think like she would work well enough, but she's maybe not super exciting other than like the cool teleport that I like a lot.
Yeah.
So lean no. I'm more about the hit people with weapons for Targon.
Yeah.
That'll wrap up Targon.
All right.
We've only got Runeterra left.
Cool.
16 characters to go. All right. Start off with the guy at the start of the alphabet.
Oh, wow.
Aatrox. The first Dark Hidden they added to the game.
Oh, okay.
I think still one of the most played. Shows up in top lane a bunch. has a cool weapon. He has this great set of strikes. I think this would be a fun sort of maybe a Rekka type move. A fighting game, just a series of sword slashes. Each one kind of does something different.
Interesting.
He's got cool blood chains. He's got a dash. I think a lot of Aatrox works very well for a fighting game. My only qualm with Aatrox, his like a big sort of signature thing is he has a lot of health steal in his kit. Like, sort of his thing is that like he's not as tanky as other like big top laners, but he can like make up for that by increasing his survivability by stealing health from everyone around him.
Yeah.
So especially if like people try to team up and like, you know, gank him with multiple people, he can like steal health from all of them to like, extend the fight.
Some cool design in a MOBA game.
There are like characters like that in fighting games who have like health steal baked into their kit, but they're usually characters like Ragna in BlazBlue or what's her name, the vampire lady from Killer Instinct. They have the lowest health in the game. So like there, it's like, you know, you're sort of glass cannony and you make up for a bit. Like once you get that hit off, you can also gain back some of the health you lost. Whereas Aatrox is like more of a big tanky dude. You don't want to give like that much healing to a big tanky dude. So I think like he's cool. He's sort of the most iconic Darkin, so I like his shots, but I think you'd have to like kind of gut his like healing thing. So I'm lean yes, but like I'm a little iffy. Let's talk about a cow. It's Alistar.
Oh, Alistar, yeah.
Alistar, like a lot of sort of the big beast guys, easily like fighting game coded. He's got big punches. He's got a headbutt. You don't want to do the heal though, but the other stuff works great. My qualm with Alistar is I feel like with him sort of similar to how I feel about Garen. Like if he was going to be in the game, he'd already be in the game. Like he's simple enough. Like you could have made him like your basic big bruiser character or your grappler. Like I could definitely see him like being like a Potemkin style character. You know, he doesn't really have a throw baked into his kit in League. Like you can definitely see him like picking up people and burying him in the ground. And he has kind of like Potemkin also has kind of a dash. He has like a move where he smacks the ground and knocks people down. That's similar, but like he's so simple that like I think like if they wanted him to be the game's big bruiser character, we'd kind of already know about him. Or he'd like it doesn't look like he's going to be in the base roster. I'm not sure he's like a super exciting DLC inclusion because there's more interesting big brawling animals like Volibear or Renekton. So like I lean no. I don't think like I think he'd be a fine character. He's not super exciting, and there's like other characters who do what he does maybe in a more interesting way. All right. Up next, it's Annie. Another classic character. One that's held up remarkably well, sort of like the iconic summoner character in League. Got the big teddy bear.
I love Tibbers.
Like I think like we've talked a few times about like the puppet character like, in the game. And I think like you know Azir mentioned could maybe be one, or Yorick, or maybe Malzahar. But I think like Annie's sort of the most iconic summoner. I think like maybe also the easiest to implement. You could sort of make her like Zato in Guilty Gear, where she doesn't have the puppet out all the time. It's something like she has to build up to. Then she has enough like fire stuff in the rest of her kit. Like she has stuff to do when she doesn't have Tibbers out. I also think like maybe you could find like some ways to bring like more Tibbers into her kit when she doesn't have like him in big bear mode, like just chuck your fiery teddy bear at people, or maybe some like a smaller version of Tibbers and he runs around when he's not at full power
he could kind of function as like a trap almost.
But also like you know Annie still extremely popular, still one of the most played mid laners just in general and in pro play.
I think that splash shard's still the original though. It definitely needs some new.
It's been here a while. But And like some of her other splash arts are pretty old.
Yeah.
But
oh yeah, I love Reverse Annie.
Reverse
One of my
Annie's
favorite skins ever.
So great.
To the right there.
Yeah. There we are. Yeah, this one would be great.
That's so good.
Yeah, I really do think if and when they get to a puppet character for this roster, it's maybe not something you want in the game right away when you're still figuring anything out, but I think she's in eventually. I think she's in pretty early, so she's my next one in.
Cool. And hopefully she'll have Reverse Annie as one of the skins.
Maybe I would make it like maybe the first skin she gets. It's so good. Here's another character who I'm kind of putting in like the Ornn tier. This is a character I think is super cool, but I'm not sure how they would put it in the game. Bard.
Bard, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not too familiar with Bard.
He's been around a bit now. He's very kind of Miyazaki coded, I feel.
Yeah, it definitely feels that way, yeah.
He's a support, but he's kind of focused on like roaming around the map, leaving his poor bot laner behind.
Like a jungle support fusion in a way?
Yeah. One of his iconic things is he can put this hole in the wall and just dive through that. He summons these little shrines around the map that people can pick up for healing. And these little spirit things spawn around the map and he has to go collect them for stuff. He's like a very unique, very cool design, and like none of this is like fighting game stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, like as much I love Bard a lot. Also, he's got like one of my favorite like winter skins.
Oh, that's
where,
great.
Like instead of his like healing shrines, he gives hot cocoa.
Oh, that rules.
Yeah, he's got like a lot of cool stuff. Some fun skins. Spirit Blossom skin is great, but yeah, there's just nothing about him that's really fighting game-ish. So as much as I think like I would enjoy Bard in the game, I don't think it's very likely.
Yeah.
So it's the least likely for Bard. All right. Next, it's Brand.
Oh yeah.
I mean, basically already a fighting game character because this is just like Cinder from Killer Instinct.
Yes, yes, that's my first thought.
I think like Brand, one of those characters I think is unexciting but would work like pretty well. Like he just shoots fire at people,
yeah.
And I think like you can also just like, I think like you'd probably want to play like around with his like ignition mechanic where he sort of builds up a charge on people and then sets them on fire. But then you could also do that with like fiery punches and kicks as well. I think like, you know, that would be fine. I can definitely see Bard being a punch and kick guy as well as being a chuck fire at people guy. But yeah, like I said, easily be a fighting game character, maybe not the most exciting. And I knock him down a tier just because like I really do think Annie's going to be in the game, and she's sort of the premier
fire character. Yeah.
So he's lean no. Wouldn't surprise me if he's in, but also it wouldn't surprise me if he's just cutting room floor. All right, and now I believe the final KDA member I have to talk about.
Oh, okay.
It's Evelyn.
Okay.
Already a few points for being a sexy lady.
Yes.
A few more points because like I feel like they could make a lot of money selling KDA skins.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I think like she's got a unique weapon. Her big thing is stealth. I think if they want like a character who's focused around stealth, like there's a few you can pick from. Like Pike has some, Akali, but I think like Evelyn is sort of the most iconic stealth champion.
Yeah.
So if you want to highlight that mechanic, she's maybe the first one you go to. Fun succubus seducing people character, stabbing people with spikes, weird twin tail things as well. A lot about her, just works great, and she's not as popular as the other KDA members, but still up there. So I've got her in most likely.
Okay. Definitely seems like they want to get most of KDA in there at some point.
I would guess so, just because they picked them because they're very popular characters, and they like selling sexy lady skins.
Yes.
But you know what else they like? Fucked up monsters.
Fiddlesticks. I do not recognize this Fiddlesticks. Good God.
Yeah, he got a big visual update and awesome new key art. They had an
terrifying.
Okay. Yeah, here's a better look at it. Yeah, new Fiddle rules a lot. He looks great.
Yeah. Jeff says, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, you haven't seen New Fiddlesticks, where he's just a fucked up fear demon.
Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah, New Fiddle's really good. He still has like a bunch of like the classic Fiddle stuff. This is what his ultimate looks like.
Yeah, like the crows or whatever.
The way he moves just looks great. It's so like lurchy and like unnatural.
Yeah, like a Silent Hill monster.
He has these like special like scythe blows now. Some of his other stuff still sucks people's energy. You probably want to lose that and bring back maybe his bird. Oh yeah, here's the bird toss. But yeah, also has a thing where you like, instead of like, whenever he would like summon a ward, instead he summons like these fake scarecrows that look like him. So like if your other junglers running around the map, they might wander into a bush and see Fiddlesticks there. Then it turns out maybe it's not him, but then maybe it is.
Oh my God.
I don't know if there's like an easy way to do something like this.
Yeah.
It'd be fun if like maybe there's an assist where like the point character calls in an assist and one of the scarecrows pops up. You think, oh, that's Fiddlesticks, but then Fiddlesticks appears behind you instead.
Oh my God.
Hits you with a scythe.
A kind of ice clone tech, if you think about it.
Maybe. But yeah. I think, Fiddlesticks looks great.
Yes.
Update.
Probably the best visual overall they've ever done.
Yeah, definitely up there. Most likely for Fiddlesticks. Nice. On the tier list of just fucked up monster characters to make a game, I think he's one of the top picks.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's talk about an old character who hasn't gotten a lot of visual updates. It's Jax.
Oh yeah.
Jax, he's gotten a bit. I think this is pretty new key art, or pretty new. I think like last 10 years. Key art.
Last 10 years.
Jax, very very fighting game-ish. He has this unique weapon with the lantern. Well, he only like really uses it for smacking people. I think there's a lot of more interesting stuff you could find to do with it. He sort of also uses it for buff stuff, so you can charge it with energy for special strikes. I think the most interesting thing around Jax and why I kind of like his inclusion is this sort of parry stance he has.
Oh, okay.
He dodges attacks, and then if people attack him while he's doing that, he gets a big stunning hit. And this is just like extremely fighting game.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
That parry stance is like a classic.
Yeah. I think it strikes me as like similar to the stuff Anji Mito and Guilty Gear does. He has sort of a parry stance like this you can move out of, and then the rest of his stuff is just very fighting gamey leaps and strikes.
Jeff says he had to have a dodge rune page for that motherfucker.
Yeah, I think they've kind of reduced his like need for like completely unique stat scaling. I would hope so, at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, he still like gets played a ton in pro play. I think he looks good. He's got some unique stuff in the lore, but I don't really know if this is kind of an area they're exploring much these days. He's like the last surviving person from the doomed kingdom of Icathia from back in Runeterra's history.
Oh, okay.
It was destroyed by the Void.
Ah, okay.
But yeah, lots of skins. Pax Jax. I don't think this is one of the Pax skins I have, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think I just have Nasus and Sivir.
Yeah. But yeah. I'm pretty big on Jax's inclusion. I think he's not super exciting, but he's very fighting gamey and very popular. And sort of the classic fightery type guy. I think he'd be a fun, like, just really high skill ceiling.
Yeah.
Just figure out when to parry, what strikes you use. That sort of thing. All right. This Runeterra has a lot of has a few characters who are just like weird godlike characters like Bard and Fiddlesticks, and this next one, Kindred.
Oh yeah, Kindred.
Kindred, once again, a very unique sort of godlike character.
And also, I think pretty popular.
Yeah, I think Kindred shows up a lot. I think like ranged junglers aren't really meta right now, but I think when they are, or I shouldn't say she. I think she because Lamb's the one who gets played mostly. But
I thought it was a she, but
it's technically two people.
Oh,
two
I see. Yeah,
entities.
That's right.
Lamb and Wolf.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. This is another character where I kind of put in like if they want like a final boss for an arcade mode, since this is sort of just the like icon of death in the Runeterra cosmology.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But yeah, I think like you could do a lot of like really unique stuff with this sort of like dual aspect character.
Yeah.
Like a stance switching thing where you switch between Lamb or Wolf, or like a puppet thing, or just like something like a Giovanna from Guilty Gear Strive, where it's essentially one entity, and just like Wolf sort of becomes a part of Lamb's attacks, that sort of thing. But yeah. I haven't seen their chosen wolf skin. Very cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Kindred would be cool. They feel like a champion maybe down the line, I think. Just because there's a lot of ways you could take them. I'm not quite sure which one they go, but I think they have a pretty decent shot.
Nice.
So I'll lean yes for Kindred. All right. Next, Nami.
Oh yeah, Nami.
Not a ton of mermaids in fighting games. Another one of the kind of like healing-ish supports.
Yeah.
But I think like she has. I like give her a bit of points on like Soraka and Sona, just because I think like the tide wave is fun. I think this would be a fun thing. She has like this neat projectile. This would be especially something fun if like you could fire it while like the point and the assist character would out, it would bounce between them, but that's not super lightweight. But fun watery powers. I think like I do kind of knock her some points because if you remember Neela from when we talked about Bilgewater, the character with like the water whips, I think like if they want like a water bender, maybe that's the character they go to now.
Yeah.
But Nami, I don't think is impossible. In terms of characters who aren't like bipedal, I think she's like a lot easier to implement than like Cassiopeia or any of like the four-legged characters. I think the fishtail's a bit easier, but I still I have her down in least likely just because she's very like another healing focused character. That works great next to another kind of healing character in Bard.
Yeah, and Soraka.
That fits. Yep. The supports. All right, let's talk about this guy. This guy, I've kind of like changed my mind a bit on him since like I first made this list, just because of what I've seen about the game. But I haven't adjusted my ranking in my Word doc yet. Maybe we'll do that live.
Okay.
Nocturne, big cool shadow guy with arm blades. Originally, I have him at lean no right now because I think like his big iconic thing is this thing where he makes the entire map dark and then he dashes across the map, which is really cool in League, but would be less cool in the fighting game where it's just like a big dash and a visual effect. But he has a very cool look.
Yeah,
like the arm blades are great. He's got a nice projectile here that works great. Has some cool visual stuff here. One thing, I knocked a few champions for this is like Riot keeps saying they're going to rework them. Like I talked about Shyvana. Like they've been saying they're going to rework her for years. Nocturne's kind of also in that tier where they keep saying they're going to rework his kit a bit, give him a visual update, like Nunu and Pantheon and Fiddlesticks.
Yeah, but
it keeps getting pushed back. So I was kind of like holding off on him until like that happens. But then like the 2XKO version of Vi came out, and that their design of Vi doesn't really look like Vi either in Arcane or in League of Legends.
Oh, really?
It's sort of like a synthesis of both of them.
Interesting.
So like I feel like if Tuxedo wants Nocturne in the game, they can just like do their own visual refresh. It doesn't really have to match, you know, the fidelity of like any future League of Legends refresh, as long as it like sort of captures the essential bits of the character. So, and also like there might be some tricky stuff since he kind of floats around, but
yeah,
he kind of reminds me a bit of Arachne from Blaze Blue, who's also a black blob.
Oh, okay.
And he works fine. He's more goopy than shadowy, but it's basically the same thing. Yeah. All that said, I've kind of I had it in Lean No, and I've kind of talked myself back into Lean No a bit. Just because I think like the people I have up here, I think are a bit more straightforward to implement.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of potential I see in and it is very cool.
Yes.
Which helps a lot.
Apparently Nocturne's first champion Jeff ever purchased.
I could definitely see that. He's a very good first purchase. I think one of like the first like not the first skin I ever bought was Gentleman Shogath, but like the first Halloween skin I ever bought was the Nocturne skin, where he's just a spooky ghost.
Oh yeah, Jeff just mentioned Halloween Nocturne.
Yeah, it's so good. This like put him in the game, and then do like a special Halloween seasonal event with skins like this. I'd love it. Okay.
I'm not sure if that skin makes him more or less scary.
Yeah. Ghosts are very terrifying.
Yes.
All right. Let's get to another classic champion.
Oh, Rise. I'm surprised we haven't gotten to this before.
I guess it's because he's not really like from anywhere.
Yeah.
He's just wandering around Runeterra collecting magic.
The Rune Mage.
Rise is, I think, of all the mages, Rise is like interests me the most because like the last time they reworked him, they kind of like have built in a sort of combo system to a lot of his spells.
Oh, okay.
So with this kind of flux ability, where you can like mark people with this flux, and when he hits them with another ability, like it sort of changes the effect or increases the effect. So he sort of like flux ability again, like depending on what he wants to have happen. You know, he changes up the combo order, and just like if you have like this kind of like in-depth thought out combo mechanic, I think like that's sort of like a definitely like interesting thing you could do for a mage in a fighting game. Like a lot of the mages are just like cast spell and nothing else.
Yeah.
And that's a little tricky for fighting games. It's just a little dull.
Yeah.
Rise's spells are a bit more interesting.
They're kind of designed to.
Yeah.
The design to interact with each other is much more like straightforward, built in, and like explicit, I guess is the word.
His ultimate's a little like even in like League of Legends, I know like it's great in like pro play or like really organized teams. It's just like terrible when you're playing by yourself because people cannot coordinate. But I think I had an idea that you could do like some fun stuff and make this his ultimate, where like he just like grabs you and teleports you to some extremely like hostile location, just like leaves you there, or like in the center of a volcano, and then it erupts you out and shoots you back to the battlefield or something. But that's maybe a little goofy for Rise.
I guess you could teleport the entire tag team in to do something.
That's fun.
But I don't know.
I also think like it'd be fun if you could like literally like teleport to a different stage.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
That's like has no like gameplay, element to it. It'd just be like a neat effect.
Yeah.
But yeah. For Rise's like unique magic combo system, I've got him up in Lean Yes. I think he's got a bit more going for him than a lot of the other like basic mage characters. But all right. Also, like, still played a ton, at least in pro play. I think like he's a little complex for like solo queue.
Yeah.
But still one of the most popular pro games. All right. I don't know if this character was around the last time we played. This might be another new one. Is this Senna?
Yeah, I'm somewhat familiar with her.
Yeah. She's She's been like a pro play staple since she got introduced.
Okay.
So this is Lucian's wife.
Yeah, that's right.
She was killed by Thresh, and then her soul was trapped in his evil lantern.
His lantern, yeah.
Ghost misery. But I guess her soul got released at some point, and now she's back. She's got like a really cool kind of fusion of like Shadow Isle's ghost magic and like Lucian's light-based attacks.
Oh, okay.
And she's also got a big fucking gun. Which
nice. Just like Lucian.
Yeah. Hers is more like a big sort of like rifle instead of the dual pistols Lucian has.
Okay.
I was kind of like I wonder how they'd want to implement that big gun, because it seems like, you know, it's just like for firing projectiles and stuff. It's a little dull. But then I saw Unica from Guilty Gear Strive, one of their newest characters, and she also has a big laser gun, but they do a lot of interesting stuff with that in her kit, and that like helps Senna kind of click for me as far as like a fighting game implementation. Yeah, Unika.
Okay. Oh, I see. It looks a lot like that.
Yeah, it's very similar.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just love the visual effect of like the ghost stuff from the Shadow Isles along with her light powers. I think that's really fun.
Yeah.
Other than that, she has a lot of just, you know, zoning stuff. But she also has this sort of like mechanic where she like actually attacks people. She kind of like steals part of their soul and just like gather it from the battlefield to sort of power up. I think you could probably find some way to do some fun stuff with this. Like maybe after she hits you with her ghost powers, there's like stuff she can grab on the battlefield. That might be interesting. But yeah, I feel like you kind of want like a ghost champion and then like Lucian in the game first. And then you put Senna in to kind of like play off their kits. I do think Senna could be pretty cool eventually down the line.
Definitely.
So lean yes for Senna. Let's talk about the Joker. Shaco.
Yeah.
Shaco is, you know, one of those classic characters. Like I said, he's extremely Joker coded.
Yes, the demon jester.
He's got a jack in the box. He throws knives at people. And he has this like summon a twin ability.
Oh, fun.
This is ultimate. Shaco, I think, would work fine. I have one thing. Shaco is like one of the most banned characters in the game.
Oh, really?
Because people like really hate playing against Shaco in the jungle. I haven't played against him enough to know exactly why. I guess he's very frustrating. So I've seen a lot of people say, please don't put Shaco in the fighting game. I think his odds are decent. I don't think there's enough about him that's super exciting. But he is, you know, a stabby guy with some fun like visual stuff you could do. If he'd gotten like a visual refresh, like he's still pretty dated, I would be a bit more higher on him. Like if they want, I think they need to kind of like maybe update his look a bit, give him some new lore, because his like current lore is like ridiculously spotty. It's, completely disconnected from the rest of the game.
Interesting.
So I think like he's definitely could like use a refresh, but I think he's possible.
Yeah, he's got a really interesting and unique design even among this gigantic roster.
Yeah, I'd say lean no, just kind of old and kind of ignored he is, but I think he's pretty possible, and it'll make some people very sad, which is always fun.
Jeff says Shaco is the patron saint of massive disparity between good and bad players.
Okay, yeah. So the Shaco on your team, like, never ganks your lane.
Yes.
Like, already way behind at 3 minutes. While the Shaco on the enemy team has, like, killed the entire team and is now, like, knocking on your front door.
Yes. Exactly, yeah.
Okay. All right. We talked about the Joker. Now we're going to talk about Spyro the Dragon.
Oh, I'm not familiar with this guy. He's new to me.
Yeah, it came out early last year. One of the newest champions. It's a baby dragon.
Baby dragon.
Kind of, like I said, Spyro. Also a bit of How to Train Your Dragon. People really ripped hard into this guy's design when he was first revealed. Like, I think his face was a little fucked up. Like, I think they might have changed it a bit so it doesn't look I don't think it's that
like
bad.
Sonic movie.
Yeah, kind of. I don't know. I don't really know why people were so mean to poor Smolder. He was pretty popular when he first came out, but I think he was kind of overtuned. I think he settled into like sort of a sort of. He's not super popular, but he's got an audience. He's a cute little guy. I love his ultimate where he just calls his mom to come breathe fire.
Awesome.
I also think like since he's so small, I think he'd be easier to implement than a lot of the other four-legged champions. He has, I think you could do some fun aerial stuff with like his flapping since he's too small to really fly much, but you could flap him around a bit, breathe fire, do dragon bites and claws. I think Smolder would work fairly well for like a non-bipedal character. That said, he's my longest shot just because he's so new.
Yeah.
And he's pretty odd. He could be fun, and I like his the one skin he has.
That's pretty neat.
Very Chinese dragon. All right, one guy left.
Oh, Zillion. Yeah.
He's one of the oldest champions, and he's also one of the oldest guys.
Yeah.
Look at all this
He's
beard.
a time man.
He's a time man, and that's my big knock against him. We've already got one time man.
Oh yeah, with Echo right?
Yeah. And while Zillion like does a lot of different stuff with time, like rewinding and having these time bombs, like bringing people back to life. I think like he's also like old and dated, not super popular. And we already have a time guy.
Yeah. Whereas Echo is like extremely popular.
Yeah, was just in a very popular TV show, and like they implemented his time travel stuff in some cool ways. So Zillion least likely. Our time guy quota is full, and that's everybody.
Yeah. Wow.
Look at all these.
Nice work.
Nice. I did do one more thing since I evaluated these guys on like kind of an individual case by case basis. I decided it might be fun to sort of like look at it in total and sort of plan out how I might do like a DLC roster.
Oh, okay.
Because like I feel like you want like kind of variety as well. You want to make sure you have some big bodies, some smaller dudes, a variety of playstyles. So I did make another list.
Oh, awesome!
Where I have like what I have launch roster, and then I did 6 years of DLC.
Awesome.
6 characters each, and they've been good about doing like one character a year so far. I think so. 6 might be a big ask, and I don't know if any fighting games have done like a full 6 years of support yet, but we'll see here.
But I mean, League has the roster to do it.
Yeah, it just depends on if the game is a success. If it finally starts making money after being in development for so long. I guess it's only really been in full development since 2021.
Oh, okay.
Which isn't so bad, but since the studio was bought back in 2016, they just had a few years of just a lot of like blue sky, like very early testing development.
Yeah.
But yeah, so year 1, I've got Akali, since I feel like she's definitely going to be in the game eventually. And then just a bunch of characters who I thought were very likely. Annie, Ezreal. I wanted to finally get one big monster in there. Yeah. The Rengar, Riven, get another sword lady, and just like a cool. And I wanted one of the ghosts as well, so I got Thresh.
Yeah.
And then year 2, LeBlanc, Kai'Sa, a really popular character. Misfortune. Get our first Yordle with Trundle.
With you mean
or not Trundle? Rumble.
That's it. Yeah.
They're so similar. Twisted Fate and Silas. He's a very important Demacian character. He's got to get in there eventually.
Jeff makes a good point. Riven would let them sell the bunny girl skin.
Yes, that's another. Like I was also kind of looking like, does this character have a big skin that they could sell right away? Yeah. Year 3, Fiora, Kayn, Pantheon, Samira, the big monster in Renekton.
Teemo.
Yeah, I figured finally get another small character. Oh, I forgot to mention like Annie has some like issues with being like a smaller character since she's a child. But the good thing about children, like you can just age them up a bit.
Yeah.
Like Annie just needs to be old enough where you can punch her in the face.
Exactly.
So like I don't really know how old she's supposed to be in the game. Like probably somewhere like 8 to 10.
Yeah.
I'd guess. But if you make her like 12 or 13, just like slap a foot of height under her.
Yeah.
She'll still feel like a little kid, but easier to punch and hit with an axe.
Yeah.
Okay. Year 4, I wanted another big body, so I got
Mundo.
Dr.
Yeah,
Mundo,
nice.
get Evelyn in there finally. I thought Nico would be fun to get
Yeah.
a really tricky character in, shape change, get Nunu in there, Pike, and then finally get a non-bipedal character in. I went with the
okay.
Vel'Taz.
Yeah.
Get all those tentacles and eye lasers, and he's also just got like a very fun personality.
Yeah.
Year 5, get Ash, popular face of the game, kind of a simpler character. Get another monster and Fiddlesticks. Gwen, Syndra, I got in because like I hadn't had a mage in there for a while.
Yeah.
I thought she'd be pretty popular. Get Volibear, my boy.
Yeah.
And then I think Zed would be pretty fun.
Yeah.
I wanted another ninja as well because I hadn't had one since Akali.
Mm-hmm.
Then year 6, I thought it would be fun to have Katarina in year 6 because like she was one of the characters shown in the earliest build of the game.
Oh, yeah.
But then she got cut during development. I thought it'd be funny to bring her back in like the final set.
Yeah.
There's this thing in Guilty Gear Strive after the game was released. They data mined a bunch of characters who ended up being in like the first 2 seasons of DLC. There was one character named Jam Karataberry, who's like a classic Guilty Gear character who just hasn't been in the game yet.
Oh,
There's
okay.
been just this like Jam character sitting in the files for like years, but she's finally getting added to the game in like the next like big update next year.
Nice.
So that sort of inspired me to put Katarina down here.
Wait, is that who Lucy is from Cyberpunk?
Could be. Maybe even disguised.
Yes.
Mordekaiser, I wanted to put like a big final boss maybe in this
Yeah,
last
that
year.
would be good.
I wanted to get another like non-bipedal character, and I also wanted to get one of the form switching characters in. So I got Nidalee. Set, I wanted another grappler, and also like one that was kind of different from like the other kind of big grappling characters. So he's probably smaller and quicker, and also has some boxing.
Mm-hmm.
And then just because I wanted them, Tom Kench.
I love Tom Kench so much.
Yeah. So yeah, that's
Vigar.
That's my list.
That's cool.
That'll do it for 2x stream, at least until the beta starts.
Yeah.
I should get into it, and I might stream a bit of it if I do.
Cool.
And once that happens, I was also thinking I might do some streams where I like try to pick some characters and figure out how I would implement them in a fighting game.
Jeff says, "Wait a minute, there's someone you forgot to rank." Earth.
I did forget Urf. He's not on this tier list.
Where is Earth? That's weird they didn't put Earth on the list.
I feel like if League is ever like shutting down the servers in like 50 years, Urf should be the last champion. Like,
yeah, it really should be.
Like, I don't think it's not even canon he's dead anymore, I don't think. I don't think he's canon at all. They can just put the man-eating in. Is Earth really any more ridiculous than, like, some of these weirdos?
Yeah.
Come on. You've gotten silly with it before. Earth, like, if you, like, do a fatality on the pit stage while Santa's flying in front of the moon, you can fight Earth at the bottom of the pit.
Yes.
It's a special secret unlocking the fight.
And it's the Mortal Kombat 1, the pit.
Yes.
That you fight at the bottom of.
Yeah. All right. Well, that should do it.
All right. I'm glad we got through all of them.
I am too. I'm looking forward to trying the game out for a bit until Marvel comes out.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it actually launch and see how it does.
I'm after like seeing it at Evo and like seeing how like Marvel plays it well. I do feel like there's room for it in the fighting game landscape. Like I don't think it's gonna be the most popular game or even the most popular tag game, but since it is like free to play, since it has so many like big like fighting game people on the dev team, like the guys who are in charge of the game like founded Evo and invented like rollback netcode for fighting games.
Oh really?
So, like,
wow.
They're like, you know, deeply involved.
They definitely have a pedigree there.
And they've recruited like other fighting game character or pros to help with like character design and mechanic stuff. And I think like since like Tokon's going to be like a very like unique sort of take on a fighting game, I think there's room for a more like classic like tag style game. And I think like I like this one's odds more than Hunter x Hunter or Invincible versus.
Oh yeah,
especially because it's free.
I'd completely forgotten about Invincible versus. I didn't even know about the Hunter x Hunter one.
Yeah, Hunter x Hunter actually came out over the summer and kind of bombed.
Oh, okay.
Because it was like full price with a very bare bones game, and also the online play was terrible.
Oh, jeez.
I've heard it's fun in a very like janky kind of way because all the characters are ridiculously overpowered and have like touch of death abilities, combos and stuff, which can be fun to watch in some tournament settings, but not really my style game. Where I think it's a style game that's conducive to a lot of high level play.
Yeah.
Although Marvel 3 had some real degenerates.
Oh, okay.
Pretty popular. But yeah, we'll see how it goes in like 3 weeks. I think is when the beta starts.
Cool.
All right. Until then.
Yeah.
And we'll be back tomorrow with
Hildebrand, yes.
Or no, what's the name of the Inspector Hardeboil.
Yes, that's right.
Hildebrand is dead.
Yes, that's right. I forgot.
He's fucking dead. Gotta let go. It was only mostly your fault.
Yes, that's right. We'll be back tomorrow.